Good evening. As you can see, the fan base is in shambles. We're at war. We have the battle plans. When was the time when we were not at war? That was 2010. The first war-free year in a decade. No war. Great people. Great individuals. Great icons like Rocco, Sean, Garrett Hunter, people like Bullet Bell, people like Eric Baldur. When was the time when we were not at war? 2010. The first war-free year in my entire fanbase history. The entire fanbase history, I was not at war. With no one. I had no admins that were corrupt on YouTube. No corrupt YouTube fans. Because this was before the Wellbeing Improvement Program was put into effect in October of that year. In October 2010. When was the last time? And the 2010 should be really modeled after this year. This year should model 2010. Because 2010 actually is the year where I actually had peace for the first time. I had peace and I had bliss. And I had stuff that was very, very relevant to the fan base. Even though I had shenanigans in the school where I had maybe a delusional outbreak, or I had maybe a psycho break, I had no problems with the fan base. Because, you know what, the fan base actually was peaceful. Everything was a great fan base. It was like the best fan base. I mean, you could actually, and that's why even in 2009 there was no conflict. The 2009, 2000, and 2010 were the both best years in the fan base. Better, much better than 07, because you know why? 07 had much harsh conflicts in my fan base. And 2008 was the roughest year in the decade. We need to be like 2010, a year that actually had more to do with creativity, was like a proto-creativity system that we used for everything. No war, beautiful fans, Christina Vina, Rocco, all these people. But you know what happened? Since we're in a conflict scenario, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get very interesting in the next couple months. And we gotta protect the fan base. And Dimitri. We gotta protect the fan base against Zachary Miriam, Roy Legacy 2, Michael Avery, Hogan O'Brien, and many others. Because people like that are very, very, they were the people solely behind, and we call that the group they were part of were the anti-fan metalheads. And we gotta prevent all that. We gotta prevent any threats against me. We gotta prevent any threats against any type of well-being default. And we gotta really, Dimitri, there's no spies. The spies, that was 2011 and 2012 was when the spies were happening. When the spies started hacking and doing horrible stuff to me. Hacked my YouTube account in May of 2011. Put gross stuff on there. So Dimitri, I think it's a must. Digimon Dude 420. Rise up. Make videos. I'm urging you to make videos. And you can be like a Christina Bina type. I think Christina Bina is great. I think she could lead the fan base in every way possible. And I think that this Valentine's Day is a Valentine's Day of very, very questionable things. And not so questionable things. And to the trolls over at No EQ, you think I'm like Eugene? This is not 2007. This is not 2007 or 2006 or even 08. I'm not Eugene, and I'm not gonna feed you. You trolls don't deserve to get fed. I only feed the trolls that actually like me. Like maybe Josh Saunders, who I signed a deal with back in 2012 during the fanbase Thanksgiving conflict. And I actually think that this is the most beautiful times of my life. The most beautiful times of my entire life, 2014. Because it has 14 is the whole. It's where 14 is whole. It's where 14 is whole. And it's where 14 is whole. And where this is the year of Reymega action, where I can become Action Man and go around the world. I could go to any country I want. I could go to any country I want, whether the parental complex, which is done as old-fashioned, whether that's relevant or not. I can go to any country, and I can do great stuff. None of this tyranny stuff. Tyranny is only tyranny if you let it get to you. I'm trying to not let all this tyranny in the States get to me. But it does. It affects your psyche. And it affects your well-being. And it affects everything that you work hard for. Entrepreneurship. And beauty. And peacefulness. And I'm grateful that I even lasted this long as a fan base. It's been nearly 10 years since the first videos were made. 10 years. What does that say? That says dedication. That says a person that loves his work. A person that loves passion, and it loves equality, and it loves dignity and beauty, and it loves honor in the fan base, and it loves to create a great video that's viewed all over the world. Because when you put stuff on the internet, the whole world sees it. It's called the internet. It's called the World Wide Web. And I think that this is the greatest times of human life. Not for me, but for 7.3 billion people. So next time, Reymega, signing off.